How does menopause affect your cholesterol? So this video is for you if you are a woman over 40 and you're headed into the pause or you're in the pause. If you've noticed that your cholesterol has gone up, but you haven't really changed anything, I want you to make sure you listen to this video all the way through. And if your cholesterol, or you don't even know what your cholesterol is, or it hasn't gone up, I need you to listen to this video too so that you are empowered. I'm always making videos for women over 40, and my intention is to help us all through the pause, perimenopause, menopause, and beyond. Because just because the bleed has stopped doesn't mean the happenings and the goings on and the changes have stopped. Things are always happening, and my intention is just to make sure that you are in the know. I am Robin, nutritionist. This is my 16th year, and I too am in the pause. I am in the phase, and I work with women just like you. And my intention is to help you get your nutrition in order and mitigate symptoms and concerns related to this hormonal mayhem. So today we're going to talk about your cholesterol as it relates to this menopausal journey and why it is shifting. And if it hasn't shifted yet, what you need to know. All right, so let's get into it. First, let's talk about what cholesterol is. So cholesterol is this waxy substance made in the liver, and it circulates through our blood. And if we have too much of it in there, it can be prohibitive for our blood to flow and clogging up our arteries. So that's why people are saying, like, watch your cholesterol. So in theory, it's blocking, the bad is blocking your blood from doing what it's supposed to do and flowing properly, leading to potentially stroke or heart disease. So it is said. The numbers that are out there are, so pay attention to the benchmarks. There's the good cholesterol and there's the bad cholesterol. And I'm going to be as simplistic as I can on this because it can go deep. So there's the HDL and the LDL. So HDL is the good cholesterol, and you want that to be higher than 60. That's the good stuff. So higher HDL, the good. And then the LDL is the bad one, and you want it to be lower. I always think about like LDL, lower, lousy, and you want it to be lower than 100. Total, it is said that your cholesterol should be lower than 200. That is what is said. And I say said because sometimes, well, we'll just leave it at that. That's the word on the street, right? You want your cholesterol 200 and below. And there's the breakdown between the two, good and bad. Okay. You want anyways, we'll just leave it at that. So if your cholesterol is above 240, you're supposed to be in the danger zone. Okay, so let's talk about menopause and what does it have to do with it? So our estrogen is a protective factor. And as we go through the pause, it declines. And as it declines as a protective factor, it affects our lipids and our cholesterol. So as the estrogen tends to decline, the cholesterol tends to go up again because estrogen is an antioxidant and it is protective. And we are losing some of that protective nature, and it affects the lipids and the cholesterol and the triglycerides. So that's what's going on. So you may notice it going up. So what then do you do about it? Because your doctor may be asking you or offering you a statin right off the bat. And so I want to make sure that you have the information necessary in order for you to make that decision, if that is the right decision for you. So estrogen is protective, it's an antioxidant. As we age, we lose that. Here are some remedies or some support or ways to protect that, so to combat what's going on. Nutrition is always your one of your first lines of defense. So I'm going to give you some things to do. Number one, your vitamin D. So vitamin D helps with the cholesterol, the hormones, all of the things. Vitamin D is very, very important. And I love, love, love if you've seen my channel to talk about the power of vitamin D because it is so powerful and almost not talked about enough. And God told me to talk more about vitamin D. True story. Like I was in my bed one day, I was like, I want you to talk more about vitamin D. So, and then I have a vitamin D recommendation, which you can find in the down bar. All right. So vitamin D with K2. If you want to know more about the K2, there's videos about it here, but you want to have the vitamin D with K2 because that helps us as women in midlife immensely. So you want to make sure your vitamin D is up to par. You want to make sure that you're eating foods that are rich in omegas. I'm not going to list all of the different foods because there are videos here about that and what foods and all of that. But I'm just going to give you the list. So your vitamin D, your omegas, antioxidant rich foods, because remember, as our estrogen declines, it's an antioxidant. So you want to flood your body with foods that are antioxidants, as well as probiotic rich foods, movement, exercise, weight bearing exercise. That helps us with the cholesterol and our blood sugar, because the blood sugar also being out of whack is a contributor to so many things in the body. It's just so much to say. And I want not to make these videos super, super long. So I want to give you the information. And then if you want more and need more details, ask me questions. And of course, I'm continuing to do videos. So to protect yourself against high cholesterol, I'm going to repeat, and there was another one that I left off. So you want to make sure you have your vitamin D with K2, your omega-rich foods. You want to have antioxidant-rich foods, probiotic-rich foods. You want to move your body, exercise with weight-bearing exercises, and consider hormone replacement therapy. Consider it. Look into it. There's a lot that goes into it. I talk about this more within my community, the Necessary Nutrition community, because we talk about hormone replacement therapy. What are the pros, the cons, the alternatives, all of that. We get into that. But consider hormone replacement therapy. Consider that. Now, we are offered statins. Should you take a statin? That is the question. If I were you, and I'm me, not you, I would do everything that I can do prior to taking a statin because the evidence is questionable whether statins actually work for us as women in preventing heart disease. There's more evidence that it helps men, but the word on the street is that dietary intervention is the better route for us as women. Something to think about. With the statins, there are side effects. So we have to look at the risk versus the reward. When you're taking a statin, it's going to lower your CoQ10, which is an antioxidant. See that? We need antioxidants to be protective. You're taking a statin, it's going to lower that. Also linked to an increase in diabetes. I just want you to do the research. I'm a lady on YouTube, right? You do your research. I'm planting the seeds. You check it out. So if the statins lower some of the things that we need to protect us, that's questionable. And there's also side effects of taking statins that are widely known: muscle pains and weakness and tired and some sleep issues and headaches. There's side effects anytime you're taking a medication, but the ones that are super common are the achy joints and pains. So if you're looking at this, so I'm going to repeat this. We know that when your estrogen declines, the tendency for your cholesterol to go up is there. We also know that if you take some nutritional interventions and maybe hormone replacement therapy, definitely nutrition, definitely exercise, and you work on it, you can get that under wraps. It's also questionable whether or not statins actually work. So listen, we know that statins will lower the number, but it's questionable if it lowers the actual risk and if people are dying less. But we also know that when you take a statin, there are side effects. It lowers your antioxidants in your body, which we need. We don't need any more lowering, right? Because estrogen's already doing that. We also know that it increases your risk for diabetes. Okay. So just think about it. I know sometimes it's easier said than done. Like we rather take a shortcut, and that's okay. If that's what you desire, I'm just the messenger. God told me to tell you what I'm telling you. All right. So that's all I want to say about that. If I want you to like, I got to say this as a YouTuber, like, share, subscribe, make a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what questions you have. And if you need additional support, that is what I do. So I have created a comprehensive nutrition plan for the pausers, us women over 40, so that you know what to eat and the different combinations. And it's good if you're a plant-based eater. It's very comprehensive. So if you want to get more information or know more, consider being a part of the Necessary Nutrition community. That's going to be in the down bar, along with the information on vitamin D. So I think that is it. I'm repeating. Just know that you're in the pause, your cholesterol may go up, but I'm not saying that you need a statin. I'm saying take a look at that before you just take it, because your doctor is likely going to offer it to you. So just give that some thought. Yeah, just give some thought. All right, peace and blessings. Eat well, think well, and be well. This is Robin from Necessary Nutrition, and that's it. Take care.